Yeah, back in the building. It's my favorite podcast. It's the Ringside Club, Royal Rumble episode 2023 things. Before we get into our predictions, though, like the good guys usually do, it's survey time. So, fellas, Royal Rumble, first entrant. Who's gonna be the number one entrant in this year's Royal Rumble? I'm gonna say Cody.
I'm gonna say Seth Rollins.
They usually want number one to stick around a while. I'm going to say Sheamus.
We're all walking with Elias.
And we're walking into the beginning of the episode. Let's get it popping. Peace to the gods, the Ringside Club pod. My name is A.O. Say you're the Ron the Don. Blame Boogie, WYATT, blame Chad Law. Kayfabe is dead, break the fourth wall. Whatever style, whether it's lucha or strong style. Come through the beam, you fly, burn the bar down. Back to the pad, chop it up for the par. Ringside Club, intro to the squad as the show starts. Peace to the gods and of course peace to the earths. Boys, girls, children of all ages. As previously mentioned, you're tuned into my favorite podcast, the undefeated, undisputed, mighty RSC, the Ringside Club. Tapped in from the Empire Tri-State. Everything you need to know, of course, is at therinsideclub.com, including merch like this, also available at partofmyfresh.com. You can get hats like that as well. Now, of course, you can follow us across all social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube for the video. Of course, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other podcast platforms for the audio. As far as me, myself, and Irene, I go by the name of A.O. You can find me everywhere at DJ A.O. Baker. Pass it to the homie.
Hey, who are you? Let me introduce you to the other Don.
Yes, sir. As it says, I am Ron the Don, and you can find me at Ron Don PMF on all platforms. You see the coffee in the background, you see the hats, and you see the ringside gear, and my man's behind him. And there you go. Cop when you can, partofmyfresh.com, therinsideclub.com. What's good, bud?
Are you the champ, sir? I think you are.
I'm still the champ, bro, so you might as well.
This is some crocker bullshit.
I think I'm the longest reigning Ringside Club champ.
This guy had
predictions champ. So
this guy is trying to be Book
Two-time.
Jav. He's trying to be fucking Boogie Reigns. This guy's doing a lot, man. This guy's getting the belt and not defending it. Running around here, hiding, ducking.
It'll be the
sucking
bidding
up.
war.
Boogie San Martino over here.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? He's
San
really
Martino.
ducking us. You had a
you know-
long winter. You had a long winter, my boy. It's over now.
That sound like hate, man.
Hate has a place to live here.
It
It's
is.
okay.
The objective
That's
hate
anyway,
is
hate here, man.
It's your boy, everybody's favorite scapegoat, Blame Boogie. You catch me over at blameboogie.com or at Blame Boogie anywhere on social media. So check me out. What's going on, Chad? You fucking hater.
It's the kid, Younger Dava himself, CHADLAW, right now, live from the A. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna get this pod done regardless. It don't matter where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the whip, I'll be in New York, I'll be in Atlanta, I'll be in London. We still gonna pod it out, man. There's a lot of wrestling going on we gotta talk about, you dig? And I want my belt back too, so yeah, but
Listen. Before we start this show, sir. Yeah, Boogie's defending that RSC predictions.
Oh, let me get up. What round we got to get out the way?
I'm coming for you, brother. This Wednesday, Dynamite.
the TV
I want
champ?
that RSC TV. I'm calling you out.
The TV title's gonna finally get defended. The longest
Calling
reigning
you
TV
out.
champion in the Ringside Club history finally gets to defend the title. I'm
Let me tell you
honored
something.
that you want to take the title from me.
However you want to do it. No DQ, no count out, steel cage match, Hell in a Cell. We could do whatever. Iron Man match, strap match, pause if necessary.
Is the
coming
card
for
set
you.
for Dynamite? The card set for
Carter's
Dynamite?
always set. Carter's always set for Dynamite. We got at least 4 or 5 matches already lined up.
I'm down. You got me, King. I'm down to defend the title. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think this is gonna
Viewers, RSC viewers, subscribers, tune in. Stay tuned to all social media
Finally.
because we're
Finally.
getting this title off of this guy's shoulder. He talk about people
Finally.
ducking. Woo, you shouldn't throw stones at glass houses, my
I
guy.
finally get to defend the TV title. Well, I'll be a double champ going into Dynamite next Wednesday. And then when Dynamite's over, I imagine I'll probably still be the double champ. So it's cool. I'm down to defend the title. I'm confident with my picks. I mean, we about
Chad
to talk Rumble.
Cargill, I'm coming for you, nigga.
We about to talk Rumble, so you know what I'm saying? We're going to see how our predictions land come Sunday.
You heard? So, yeah, you're tuned in. It's the Mighty RSC. It's Rumble season. Rumble's coming up this Sunday? Saturday. Word up. So before we get into our picks, we'll have a little bit of fun real quick, some trivia. Got some libations to take to the face. Pause.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, cheers if you got it.
It's like the second pause in the last 2 minutes.
Put them to the face, man. Oh.
Yeah, all right. Now check this out. We got 10 questions, Royal Rumble trivia. Rules are very, very simple. I read a question. Y'all answer in order. I tally it up. Winners determined by the end of the quiz. Understood?
Understood.
All right, cool. So, the number one question. First question. Very simple. First Royal Rumble was in 1988. Who won? These are all multiple choice, by the way. 1988. Who won the first ever Royal Rumble match? Bret Hart, Jim Duggan, One Man Gang, or Randy Savage? Ron.
Say the choices again. My bad.
4 choices. Who won the first ever Royal Rumble in 1988? Bret the Hitman Hart, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the One Man Gang, or Macho Man Randy Savage?
I'll say Bret Hart.
Look,
Oh, tough guy. Jim Duggan.
Chad.
I didn't hear Chad.
Chad.
Take the mic off. Jim Duggan.
Duggan. Cool.
Jim Duggan.
Question number 2. How many participants were there in the first Royal Rumble match? Answers 30, 25, 20, or 15. Book.
What's the options?
How many participants were in the first Royal Rumble match? 30, 25, 20, or 15. Book.
25.
Chad.
30.
20.
Question number 3. Who is the only name in this group to not win back-to-back Royal Rumble matches? John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, or Hulk Hogan? Chad.
You only get 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan. Who's the other one?
John Cena, Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, or Hulk Hogan?
I feel like I know the right one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Book.
I don't think Steve Austin won them back to back.
Okay. Question number 4. Which WWE superstar has entered the most Royal Rumble matches? Ron, it's going to you first. Big Show, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, or Kane? Which WWE superstar has entered the most Royal Rumble matches?
Say the choices again. You said
Big Show, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Kane.
I'm gonna go with Kane.
Definitely Kane.
Randy Orton.
Chad?
Orton.
Question number 5. What year did WWE use 40 entrants in the Royal Rumble match instead of the usual 30? 2009, 2010, 2011, or 2012? Book.
I'm going to say, I have no clue, so I'm just going to completely guess and say 09.
Chad.
11.
Ron.
2010.
I think I remember who born in 11. That's why.
Better memory than most. We are halfway through. Question number 6. Who is the youngest Royal Rumble winner in WWE history? This is the only fill-in-the-blank question. And we are starting with Chad. Who is the youngest Royal Rumble winner in WWE history?
Randy Orton.
Ron.
I'm gonna say Randy Orton too. Thanks. Yeah.
Book.
I'm gonna go with that too.
Number 7. Who holds the record for the most Royal Rumble wins? Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, John Cena, Batista. I think we're back at the top. Ron?
I'm gonna go Stone Cold.
Book.
I could have sworn Stone Cold was tied with a bunch of people that had 2, or a couple people that had 2. Unless he was tied with a couple people that had 3. But I don't think he has the most. It was Stone Cold, Triple H, who or who?
Stone Cold, Triple H, John Cena, and Batista.
I'm gonna say John Cena.
Chad.
Cena.
Cena. Question number 8. In 1994, Bret Hart was a co-Royal Rumble winner with what other wrestler? Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Diesel, or Lex Luger? Starting with Book.
Come on, man. Show out for your Aryan brothers.
In 1994, Bret Hart was a co-Royal Rumble winner with what wrestler? Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Diesel, or Lex Luger?
And what year was it?
94.
Was he fighting back then? Shawn Michaels. I don't know.
Chad.
Lex Luger.
Book.
Yeah, I'm going Lex Luger too. That sounds right.
2 more questions left. Number 9. Who holds the record for the most career Royal Rumble eliminations? Kane, Big Show, Stone Cold Steve Austin, or The Undertaker? That would be... Who went first last time, Book? So that's on
Yeah,
Chad.
it's on Chad.
Kane.
You mean they eliminated the most people?
Right. Who hold? Yes, just cumulative across all Royal Rumble. So who holds the record for the most career Royal Rumble eliminations? You said Kane, Chad?
Yeah, I say
Ron.
Kane too.
Yeah, if he was in the most Rumbles, then he probably got the most eliminations too. So I'm gonna go with him too.
Finalmente, number 10. Which entry number has produced the most Royal Rumble winners? Number 30, number 29, number 27, or number 1, starting with Ron.
I'll go with 30.
Book.
Same.
Chad.
27.
All right, talk amongst yourselves for 30 seconds as I tally this up. That was kind
So,
We have a tie.
Oh, dude.
Two-way tie between Ryan and Chad with 5 points. Book has 3.
Okay.
So let me just run down the correct answers, and then I have one of 2 possible tiebreakers. All right, question 1 was who won the first ever Royal Rumble match in 1988? The answer was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Book and Chad got that. Question number 2, how many participants were there in the first Royal Rumble match? The correct answer was 20. Ron got that. Nobody got number 3 right. The answer was John Cena for the question, who is the only name in this group to not win back-to-back Royal Rumble matches. John Cena has not. Question number 4. Which WWE stars entered the most Royal Rumbles? Kane. Question number, and Ron and Book got that. Question number 5. What year did WWE use 40 entrants? Instead of 30, it's 2011. Chad got it.
Alberto Del Rio year.
Who is the youngest Royal Rumble winner in history? The answer is Brock Lesnar. Who holds the record for the most Royal Rumble victories? Stone Cold Steve Austin with 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Ron got that.
Kind of knew that one.
Question number 8, 94. Bret Hart was the co-Royal Rumble winner with Lex Luger. Ron and Chad got that. Question number 9. Record for most Rumble eliminations, Kane. All 3 of y'all got that. And finally, number 10, the answer is 27. Which entry number has produced the most winners? 27. Chad got that. All right, so we have a tiebreaker that needs to be held between Chad and Ron. How many Royal Rumble matches has Kane been in? And this is, I believe, as of 2020. So whoever gets the closest number. How many Royal Rumbles has Kane been in?
21 Royal Rumbles.
21. What's your answer, Ron?
I'm going with 23.
23. Chad wins. The answer correctly is number 19.
Because he's made it for the last couple of years. He made a couple of cameos. He stopped being active in like 2016, 2017.
All right, that was kind of dope. I think I might do some more trivia here and there. The fight was rigged.
Wait till we get our AEW trivia, Bob.
Fight was rigged. That was cool. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into those motherfucking Royal Rumble predictions for the year 2023.
Oh, my brain is fried.
Luckily, we've already made, or the picks are already locked in. We need that ESPN drop. All right, men's Royal Rumble. Yo, let's do the men's and women's last. Let's lead up.
All right,
Let's lead up to that. So we're gonna start with the undisputed Universal Championship. Kevin Owens against the obvious defending champion Roman Reigns. Going Roman.
Yeah, I'm going Roman too, man.
Yeah.
Roman, and I also call dibs as the TV champion. My rule. I would like some points. If this is the opening match too.
Points?
I want like 2 points if this is the opening bout for the Royal Rumble. Is the Universal title match?
So then we have to then decide. We all have to give our pick on who's the
you're right. I
opening
did
match.
win. I was winning. All right, the points. All right. I'll leave it alone. But
They
I
just
do think
came out and
that's-
say,
All right. Championship advantage. My bad. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
dog, you're a TV champ talking pay-per-view shit, bro. You're out of the weight class, kid.
That was a
Yo,
crazy
this is
line.
wild. Yo, listen.
That was an insane.
I might
line
turn
right
this.
there.
I'll tell you what. I might by Sunday morning, there might be a Burberry strap on this belt. I'm just telling you.
Yo,
Like I said, I'm gonna go Roman, and I also think that's gonna be the opening.
Okay.
I'm mad because I'm really thinking it could be the opening too. Shit. We didn't even think about that. Just to get that out the way. And then Kevin
Definitely get that shit out the way. We all know the inevitable result of
and
that.
then Kevin's will come in the Rumble. Fuck. I ain't think about that. I ain't mad.
Could be.
I ain't mad at that.
Could be.
I ain't mad at that pick.
we are all on the same page as far as Roman Reigns defending successfully against Kevin Owens. The Raw Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss, everybody's favorite, against the defending champion, Bianca Belair. I'm going Bianca.
Oh, Bianca without question. Fuck that.
Yeah, I think the prescription for this is Bianca Belair.
There's no stip on this, right? This is a straight up same match that they had 2 weeks ago
Yep.
on Raw.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
Except the ghost of Linda Blair will be infecting Alexa Bliss, and her head's gonna spin around a few times and spit green shit out of her mouth. And
Thought you was going to say the
What
ghost
else?
of Linda McMahon,
I
but she's
thought
still
you
there,
was-
right?
now she's around. She's scary though. All praises.
I'm gonna say Bianca, y'all. Y'all know I don't go against Bianca Belair. She always pulls out a W. That's the female John Cena. She's carrying that belt to Mania and through Mania if I have my way. So I'd be very surprised. And y'all will definitely could say you heard it here first. the RSC will collectively all be in disbelief if Alexa Bliss wins the Raw Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble.
I'm gonna call an audible here because we have a Raw Women's Championship match. It probably hasn't been announced yet, as far as the best of my knowledge, but SmackDown Women's Championship is probably going to be defended. It's probably going to be Charlotte Flair versus, not Liv Morgan. What's the other one? Is Liv Morgan?
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville. Yeah. That's probably what the match is going to be. So just in case, I'm pretty sure that we're all on the same page that Charlotte Flair was successfully defending that match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no question.
I think they're going to overrun on time and just save that for Elimination Chamber as a throwaway.
Could be. I mean, it's a throwaway, whether it could be on main event.
Yo, what if Charlotte enters the Rumble? Never mind. I'll save that for later.
I think it would be kind of funny for like Charlotte versus Sonya to be the opener, for instance, and it's a squash. 30 seconds, Charlotte's out, and then later on you see Sonya in the Rumble match. Like, one way or another, I'm getting, you know what I mean?
I think it would be hysterical if that was the case, and then Charlotte enters the Rumble and wins the Rumble.
And eliminates her, right? And eliminates her.
And eliminates Sonya on the way. And also is like, not only am I the Royal Rumble winner, but I'm also the SmackDown Women's Champion.
That's a good way to get to, that'd be a good way to get to a Charlotte versus Bianca match.
That would be some
unify that title.
WWE Women's Division. Because as we're going to discuss later, it's going to be interesting to see who's even entering that Women's Rumble.
Charlotte a lot of NXT
far-fetched, fellas. Not far-fetched.
Yes, they haven't announced too many women for the Rumble anyway. So how many people is there? Like 7 or 8?
Guarantee NXT call-ups.
I think it's gonna be 1 or 2 of those.
The whole roster.
And there's a lot of people on the NXT women's roster too.
They're just renting a party bus and they're bringing everybody from Full Sail to wherever that pay-per-view was at.
Nikita Lyons might draw number 1.
She's injured. She's going to be out for the rest of the year with torn ACL.
Damn, who'd you say?
Nikita Lyons.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Well, I hope she gets better.
you dead?
All right, we have one more match to go before our 2 Royal Rumbles.
Yes.
The Mountain Dew. Fuck. Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt. We're all on the same page that Bray Wyatt is winning that. But fellas, the fuck is a what are we actually expecting from this match?
The fact that they're like pushing Mountain Dew, which is like can probably wash your car and clean the bird shit off your car and wash toilets.
Mo hopped up off Mountain Dew.
It's just wild. Oh my god.
Yo, Chad.
Yo, dog.
Chad buys a 12-pack of Mountain Dew on his way to the internet cafe to go play fucking Warcraft with his buddies or whatever.
Yo, Chad. My man gonna be.
You spent an American dollar on that, dog?
Yeah.
Oh,
that shit could definitely power your car.
Your insides are on fire.
So this is my take on the match. I truly believe it's gonna be very similar to what we already experienced. See, I told you about the 12-pack. What am I not right, yo? This is wild. Yo, listen. We're gonna see
who's ready for this match.
Well, after you just showed out, now
you feeling all right? You got water by you? Got some water?
Yo, he needs some water. He needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
Nah,
you might need.
You need smart water. Alkaline.
Like any kind of water. Get some tap. Yo, tap is better than that. Case.
Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just letting you know if you're out with Chad Law. If you're out with Chad Law, just don't let him drive the car. He's gonna be hopped off Mountain Dew and whatever.
Don't even let him piss in your toilet. That shit won't be. It won't burn.
Yo, I'm ready for the match, guys. Come on, it's pitch black. It's the Mountain Dew experience.
Man, gonna be ready for the toilet.
So I think we're getting. I think we're getting like the director's cut of what we got when Bray Wyatt came back for the first time. We're just gonna get that type thing. There's gonna be like a spotlight on certain shit, and hey, look at this while something else is going on over here, and then oh shit, this is going on over here, and then the screens come on, and then fuck. But we'll see.
Do we get an Uncle Howdy cameo?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, why not?
Uncle Howdy, Aunt Howdy,
definitely getting a cameo.
Sister Abigail, Brother Porky, whatever the buzzard's name is.
I'm kind of ready for like the Wyatt 6 thing to start coming a little bit more like, you know what I mean? Start
I think
unraveling.
it's time. It's time
It's
now.
just
It's
getting
time.
it's just getting a little stale here, guys.
Yeah,
Just a little stale.
I'm
I'm
down.
down for it too, man. I think it's about time.
Whatever. Whatever the fuck ever. We have 2 Royal Rumble matches. Start with the women's. Who do I say? I got Rhea. I got Rhea winning the women's.
Yeah, I had
Right.
Rhea too. You know what? It's either before I had Oscar, but I was like, she might be like. I was going to say she's like Final 4 or maybe Final
might
8.
come
I'm
back,
thinking
though.
she's gonna come back. Definitely, but
I originally had Rhea. I'm changing it last minute. My pick is Charlotte Flair.
all right.
Shaking shit
Okay.
up.
Bailey. I'm going Bailey. It's not the most like obvious choice. It's not the most exciting choice. But I think Rhea Ripley's so left field that like they ain't even ready to throw us that curveball yet. I think Bailey hasn't had that accolade yet, if I'm not mistaken. She hasn't had the female Royal Rumble winner under her belt. So I think her versus Charlotte WrestleMania, I think is gonna happen.
I'm
My thing
going
is
with
yeah, that's
Rhea.
right, you didn't pick. My bad.
Oh no, I picked, but I'm just saying like my reasoning for Rhea is simply the fact that she's the most interesting character in the women's division across both shows. So I think she wins. I think she picks Bianca for a Mania match, and then they can have some fun. They're both on Raw already. That'd be a nice, interesting matchup. Physically, they match up well, but Rhea, character-wise, is the most interesting she's ever been, and she is like low-key the leader of the Judgment Day anyway. And if anybody's going to beat Bianca Belair, it's going to have to happen at WrestleMania, and it's going to have to be somebody actually interesting that they're already invested in. So that's my reasoning behind Rhea.
All right.
Yeah.
I could see why you say Rhea would win, but I also am feeling like Final 2 and Damage Control finally makes themselves useful and helps Bailey win. Just who's helping?
I want
who's,
Bailey.
who's really
I
helping?
want
that.
Bailey to win, but I don't think Bailey's gonna win. I want her to win, but I don't think she's gonna. I do think that my pick for Charlotte might be a little strange, but my thinking when I did pick it is she's
There's
like the
nobody
biggest
in the
draw.
roster.
Yeah, she's the biggest draw. If she were to win the Rumble, that means she gets to call her shot, and she gets to, you know, fight fight whoever the women's champion is on Raw at that time. She's a babyface right now. We know they love to turn her heel. We know she's better as a heel, so I don't see why that wouldn't work out before
Outrage
before
from the
Mania happens.
IWC if she wins the Royal Rumble. That's
I
the
know.
publicity WWE needs right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yo, your
We'll
world
see.
champion just won the Royal Rumble. Like, huh? Didn't we see this a couple years ago? It's like, no, that was
Super
for
heel.
the title.
Super
That
Hill.
was
Was
for
that
the title.
Brock? Was that Brock that defended in the Rumble?
Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah.
are right.
Yeah, he did.
Brock Lesnar
Yeah, he did
last
defend in
year
the Rumble.
won the Royal Rumble as the WWE champion. But that's on the men's side. I think we'll just, for the women, give them their own category. Like Charlotte will take that. Oh, she's the champion and she won the Rumble line. Because who else can do it but her? Really?
Very interesting. Very
Damn, bug.
interesting.
If you retain off my pick, why I oughta.
Men's Rumble. The person that I picked to be the number 1 entrant is also the person that I am picking to win the whole shit. Goes by the name of Cody Rhodes. Enough said. Yeah. I think he gets that long ass entrance, the return pop. Number 1. And he outlasts 29 other superstars. And he goes on to WrestleMania. Take one of them titles off of Roman. It's a very simple story. Personally, the way I'd like to see the next couple of months play out is Cody wins the Rumble, Sami wins Elimination Chamber, Roman defends both nights, loses both belts.
Okay. Yeah, I say Cody Rhodes too. I mean, that's a good scenario as well. And by WrestleMania, I do see Sammy involved in taking one of those belts off of him as well. So I just know if it's not taking the belt off of him, he's involved somewhere in that scenario. And that's all I'm going to say for now. But I got Cody. Cody winning the Rumble.
Yeah, I truly believe Cody's going to win. I do think the Rumble match is going to come down to Cody and Seth. And Cody's going to end up winning. But I don't think there's anyone else to really win this one unless they have a totally different story planned and all these Cody packages are just a redirect to make us think they're focusing on him for no reason. I don't know. I think we're getting Cody winning at the Rumble. But then again, before I let Chad pick his, I also could throw in some WWE bullshit and say, why would they not only announce him as a surprise and screw the pooch, screw the pooch. That's the saying, right? I'm drunk. I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, so just basically giving up the whole thing before the thing happens. Why would they do that and have him win? But I don't know. They've done dumber shit. We'll see.
I mean, the answer to that is sometimes the obvious story is still the best story to tell.
For sure.
So they could just go with the sentimental. He's the biggest star we got. He's been injured. Could be it. I got a question after Chad goes.
Yes.
My pick is so unorthodox. I accept the L if it doesn't work out this way, but I just have a feeling that WWE forcing the Cody return on us. Not to say that I'm against it. I love it. I'm a Cody Rhodes guy. It's so blatant that they're not going to give it to us. Like, just to go against A's point of, it's obvious. Why not? Sometimes it's just in plain sight. I think they're going to give Sammy the win at the Royal Rumble because they don't want to risk Cody getting the Daniel Bryan effect, the Batista effect of getting booed because you didn't win. And it's like, it's Cody, we love him, but like right now, he's been gone for the entire rise of Sami Zayn. And right now, he's so hot, he really could main event WrestleMania this year if The Rock doesn't show up. And nobody would flinch, be mad, bat an eyelash, even have a disagreement about that. How we get there, though, Sammy doesn't make it to WrestleMania because he's going to use that in Montreal at Elimination Chamber, which will then bring the tag team of Kevin Owens and Sammy to the Usos at Mania. Because honestly, if they give us Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn in Montreal at Elimination Chamber for the 177,000th time, I think we're all just going to be like, oh, they won't stop with the story. They got to rush this shit up, man. They got to hurry up and get this shit over with.
The one part of that that makes me question it is I feel like if they kicked Sammy out of the bloodline officially on Raw the other night, that would have paved the way for Sammy to be like, all right, Retribution, no Ali. But Retribution, I'm gonna get my get back.
That's good.
And I'm gonna win this championship off. You wanted to kick me out. Now here I come. You know what I mean? That's a good story.
There's so much time in between now and Mania that I'm like, yo, if they don't start giving the life to the bloodline storyline ending, it's like we're really gonna just start chomping at the bits and getting super antsy. We're not getting The Rock. We're not getting a bloodline imploding. Cody wins the Rumble. Now, all right. Now here's something for y'all. Since I'm laying out Sammy's road to WrestleMania with that win, let's say he wins, he goes to Elimination Chamber, he doesn't win the title against Roman in Montreal, but he gets over. Cody will probably win at Elimination Chamber in the number one contenders match and go to WrestleMania because they have to do an Elimination Chamber at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view now. So is it going to be for a women's title or is it going to be for a number one contender match?
Not going to lie, you're stressing me out. Just let you know.
I'm saying number one contender. That's my whole scenario. Is Sammy gets his number one contendership by winning one of those Elimination Chamber matches.
Like
that's what I think happens.
Who is going to be the number one contender in the meantime to get to Mania? That's, I guess, the one question I got.
So you're saying who does Roman defend against at Elimination Chamber?
We might be foreshadowing just because we shooting the shit.
I don't think he wins. I don't think
he wrestles. I don't think he's going to have a match at all.
You don't even think he wrestles at Elimination Chamber?
I don't think so. I think they're going to go over that. Yeah. Nope. I don't think he's going to wrestle.
Just straight number one contender match.
I think he goes straight from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania because I think he wrestles twice. He definitely wrestles twice, 2 nights, 2 belts. I don't think there's no reason. There's nobody that's already in place without them jumping the gun for him to wrestle, unless they have The Rock lined up. If they have The Rock lined up, then he might defend an Elimination Chamber. But even then, even if he defends it against Sammy, for instance, he's definitely not losing then. I don't think he loses until Mania.
But
We're
I don't
getting
think
Brock Roman 74.
as crazy as it is, as much as I love it, I don't even think Sammy would win the Universal title. But I just think him having the match is like that Cesaro moment that, like, in Montreal, like, it could happen. And it would be the Usos to cost him the match type shit to segue to that tag title match at Mania. Insert Cody, fill time between that month to Mania, and then there we go from there. And then Cody wins.
It could be. I just think that a Sammy win in Montreal pops either way. Like, if he wins a #1 contendership, they're going to get the same level of pop as if he won the title. Either way. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's an important win, I think the crowd goes nuts. Here's my question for y'all. And this is obviously being recorded before SmackDown, so we don't know if he does or doesn't show up. But on Raw, Roman specifically told Sammy, hold us down tonight. I don't want to see you until a Rumble. That's your final test. The fuck is he talking about? What do you think?
Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble.
No. So Roman's
He's
test
about to torture. He's about to torture Kevin Owens.
What
Something
if it, like, are all of the members of the Bloodline, for instance, entrance in the Rumble? Is that confirmed? Because
That
it could be
it.
It could be something, for instance, where there's, I don't know, 29 slots. Sammy's one of the slots, and Roman is like, hold us down, give up your slot for
Solo.
for Jimmy or Solo, right? That could be one. It could be, I want you to come down to the ring with me for my match against Kevin Owens. Hold me down that way. That could be that. Like, there's so many. I don't have the answer. I'm just throwing it around because it's something specific for a reason that they mentioned that. What's the storyline? What is he going to tell
I feel like he could say, Sammy, I want you to win the Royal Rumble and forfeit your championship shot to me. Prove your loyalty to the Bloodline.
Lay down. Yeah, win it and lay down.
I'm going to go out on a limb
that's
right
the
now and
split.
say, minus this Alexa Bliss match, this might be one of the best Rumbles we've seen in a while.
Just because the air, the aura that's going around with Sammy and Cody, I think that makes it more exciting than previous years. I feel like
We didn't mention
for
Randy.
me, it's like a 2.5 match card for me, right? There's the Rumble, well, the two Rumbles, right? So there's the 2 Rumbles. There's the Roman match, just because I know it's going to be good. It's a foregone conclusion who's going to win, but there's so many things that could happen. So there's those 3 matches, and then
Kevin said
there's
I'm
like,
gonna try to win. He didn't even say I'm gonna win. He said I'm gonna try to win, which was
you know why? Because like, if you talk to any like old school like super territory dude, they always say, like Jim Ross used to say this, for instance, he's like, in promos, you never want the baby face to flat out say, I'm going to win if you're booking them to lose, because you don't want the baby face to come off as a liar, or you don't want the fans to lose faith. So you say, yo, I'm going to do everything in my power to try my hardest to try to win, lose, or draw. I'm giving it my all, blah, blah, blah. So of course, he never is going to just say, I'm going to flat out win, because he's not going to. But you don't want to have him lose credibility. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's very interesting. Very, very
I just said the Sammy layout for Rumble because that's my only pick. Now between the 3 of y'all lay out Cody's road to WrestleMania if he wins.
It's simple. Number 1, he's the number 1 entrant in the Rumble. He outlasts everybody to prove that he's back, he's healthy, he's strong, that kind of shit. The story during the Rumble is going to be he's been off for however many months. Does he have the stamina? Is he in shape? Is he prepared? Somehow he's able to get people over the, I think the worst thing that they could possibly do is have Sammy and Cody as like the final 4, because that's when you get Cody booked. You have to have Sammy eliminated if he's in the Rumble early enough and not by Cody. You know what I'm saying? You don't boo Cody in the situation if he's not the one to eliminate Sammy. But his road to Mania is simple as fuck. He wins the Rumble and he picks the title.
All right, so AO just laid out the Rumble. All right,
I got a different idea.
Ron or Boog, y'all give me Elimination Chamber for Cody Rhodes before we get to WrestleMania, and then the last person fills out the road to WrestleMania, essentially. That's kind of what.
All right, go ahead,
You
Ron.
go ahead, Book. Maybe just think about it for a minute.
Okay. So for me, I truly feel like Cody's gonna win the Rumble. the boys in the back are going to come out and complain, whether it's just Seth Rollins or it's whoever. This guy just comes back. He automatically gets this shit. Why do we give him this shit? He's just getting it handed to him.
This is heel promo,
Adam,
or is this like backstage shit that you're thinking?
no, this is like promo stuff, like people just, complaining to Adam Pearce type shit. And then, all of a sudden, before you know it, yeah, you know what, Cody, we're going to, even though you won this shit, they make a good point. We did just kind of give you this position, let's make sure you defend this. And they put him in like unwinnable situations to keep making Cody look like this amazing wins against all odds type champion, because he did it with the pec injury and all the other shit that was going on. And then winning the Rumble, if he does come in even as number one, that's just like a crazy story to show him on this journey, which is like some big epic movie type shit, which is what Cody's even really into in real life. He's a big Star Wars fan. So I just feel like having this big story that leads him to the next step, which leads him to Mania, would be what it is. And I just think Elimination Chamber has the ability to be one of those stipulation matches. Just makes him look amazing. I don't know what the match would be, but something that's some kind of crazy stipulation that allows him to look like he withstood a bunch of shit, even if it is just the Elimination Chamber match.
This topic is getting fun. Sorry if I'm taking this to the next level, but we're just, this is our pod time right now, so I'm getting it all out of our text messages. What if, okay, now we're talking about Cody winning. This is your choices for you guys. Okay, so Cody's going to Elimination Chamber to have a gauntlet match series until Mania. What's the Elimination Chamber going to be then? Women's? Or is it going to be a number one contenders match? And this is all barring if The Rock is even still coming. Because at this point, I don't think it's going to happen. He's going to come. So it's like, you got to start building this Cody thing, Cody or Sammy. Someone's going to Mania.
Yeah.
Ron.
So let me ask you this: like, in your like, do you think Roman wrestles 2 nights?
Yes, I think so. I think the main event, the final main event on Sunday is The Rock, if that's to happen. Cody only gets night 1. He doesn't get night 2. He's not going over The Rock. Because what? Austin was what? Night 1 or night 2?
I think that was night 1.
Damn, you're right. Austin was night 1. He came back for night 2 to kick more ass.
And then it was Brock Roman night 2.
Night 2. But it's The Rock though. Come on. I don't think he's doing night 1. If I just don't see Rock doing night 1. I see Rock main event night 2.
If The Rock is in there, Cody wins night 1, Roman beats The Rock night 2.
Yeah. WrestleMania Backlash. It's the rematch.
What rematch? Who, Rock?
Cody and Roman at WrestleMania Backlash in the next month.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And that begins the summer of Roman Reigns' fucking spiral out of fucking. I'm looking forward to that shit, man. We're getting so far ahead, but this is a good time for WWE. If Vince don't come back, I'm looking forward to what the hell we got in store. For real. A lot of different directions we're going.
For sure.
Listen, I think for Cody, obviously, I think he's going to win it straight up at the Rumble. I don't think he's going to Elimination Chamber. I think there's going to be a scenario where he's going to run a gauntlet with like the whole bloodline. I was like, all right, you got to run through my guys. Even though you won the Rumble, you're going to run through my guys just to get to me. Or it might be a scenario if you want, maybe Cody might pick both titles instead of one. And then it's like, okay, if you want both titles, you got to run through this gauntlet of my crew. And if you can run through everybody, you can get both titles. That could be one scenario. As far as Elimination Chamber, in my head, I'm thinking it's going to be number one contendership. And I feel like Sammy is going to be in there and Kevin Owens is going to be in there. And that's going to be like Sammy's final show of loyalty and something like that. And I think Sammy's going to win. And then Sammy's going to go to WrestleMania. And then I know between Royal Rumble and now you're going to see Sammy start turning on them a little bit. I think Kevin Owens is going to start getting in his ear a little bit more because they were already questioning him with that little court case they had on SmackDown. So, and I know they're going to find more footage and they're going to do the whole 9. That's just me.
Who comes to Cody's aid? amongst all of this, because the man can't do it by himself.
Seth.
I mean, Kevin Owens can. Kevin Owens is doing it by himself for the most part right now, so I can't say
Certainly isn't Austin Theory.
No.
You said who comes to Cody's aid, right?
Right.
But who's going to come to Cody's aid amongst
Seth.
this whole
I think
Seth would be
I
dope.
think Seth would be
Seth.
a good
Mutual
a good
respect.
answer. Yeah.
It's the same idea of like with Mox and Danielson. I only team with people I bleed with. Mutual respect. Seth
Yeah,
comes
like
to
if the
Cody's
Joker
aid.
saw somebody else shoot Batman, he'd want to go help him out. But if it was him that did it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like Seth, but now you just raised the question to me, Ayo, where does Seth go for WrestleMania? Is he just going to be included in the Bloodline feud now, or is he going to have anything of his own to look forward
I
to?
feel like Seth's gonna get a weird match.
What?
Austin
like Seth's-
Theory, Steel Cage. something.
Seth low-key, I think, is gonna mutate into like an Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, where he's just a showcase match. He doesn't even need to have any real reason. It's like a big deal to have a Seth match at some point. Win or lose. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like who is Seth actually in a feud with right now.
Austin Theory. Still, that's why I think they're going
That
to go to
can't
Mania.
be the match.
His wardrobe.
They done that shit on Raw too many times for that to be a Mania match. Maybe it's a ladder match. It could be a multi-man.
It could be. Yes, it's going to be a gimmick match. I think they're going to drag this
Yeah.
out because right now Seth Rollins is kind of in that same space he was literally last year of what the hell is he doing for WrestleMania? And now he's a babyface. What is he really doing for WrestleMania this year?
Yeah, I can't. I
So,
can't call it
there's
because
that.
he's just been doing stuff for Austin Theory. So he ain't been doing anything with anybody else. So shit, be the Miz. Who fucking knows? At this point, I don't know.
Well,
If I piggyback off of y'all and Cody, I think Sammy and Kevin are going to help Cody out. I think that'll be it. It's not a lot of artillery, but I think that'll be enough to go against the Bloodline.
Say that again. Sammy and Cody.
Sammy, Cody, and Kevin Owens against the Bloodline. I think that's Elimination Chamber. Either that's Elimination Chamber or that's the road to WrestleMania post Elimination Chamber. Is the three of them pairing together to take down the Bloodline.
I think that's what's going.
Tag titles.
I think that's what's going to piss off Roman if that's the scenario. I'd be like, oh, you helping out Cody, this guy who won the Royal Rumble. I'm like, your loyalty is fading again. Like, I can see that.
Oh, I think they're going to pair up after Sammy's out the Bloodline. I don't think he's going to do both sides. I think he's just going to, once Bloodline cracks in February, March, I think he's just going to, there's going to be that moment where it's like, Sammy's helping Cody? Oh, shit.
There's
One-
so many scenarios.
Yeah.
It's like it's
It's fun.
super fun.
I love
It can go
Great
so
time.
many ways. But all I know is that it's gonna be the decline of the Bloodline up to WrestleMania or sometime
Yes.
after.
Yeah.
My bad, not to cut you off.
All right, we have three more picks to go,
Let's go.
but I got one quick last A or B question. Very simple. Does the Bloodline turn on Sammy or does Sammy turn on the Bloodline? Ron.
Shit.
Or whoever wants to go.
Go.
But does the Bloodline
Go ahead,
turn on
bro.
Sammy or does
Let
Sammy
me think
turn on
about
the
that for a
Bloodline?
minute. Go ahead, bro.
I think the Bloodline turns on Sammy because there's no way that they make a babyface put all that babyface work in to turn him heel if he's such a big babyface right now.
Or- I agree, by the way.
I think Sammy is super over right now. So I think if the Bloodline turns on him, he's gonna be way over now. And if that's the case, and if he is gonna win one of Roman's titles, then he's gonna get the craziest pop in WWE in WWE
Ever.
history. That would be a great story.
Chadrick.
I'm trying to think of a faction where this scenario has happened to previously. But all I can think of is situations like Evolution. The closest might be the Wyatt family, I guess, when Randy Orton, switch sides. Bryan Danielson switch sides. It's like, oh, he turned on them instead of the other way around. Got it. You know what I mean? Like, could be a case like that. That's where I think it's going to be. I think Sammy's going to turn on them.
Okay.
Especially if he wins the Rumble. Come on. He'll be done.
All right, folks. We have we already answered, but for shits and giggles, we'll repeat who we believe the number one entrant in the men's rumble is going to be. I had Cody. Ron had Seth. Chad, you had Elias. And Book has Sheamus.
Yep.
Yeah, he's walking.
Yeah, exit survey is easy. This is, I mean, before the exit survey, I guess we have a caveat.
Surprise.
We have the surprise entrance, so we could do that first.
Surprise entrant in either of the Rumbles. I'm going with Nick Aldis. I think we see Nick Aldis in the men's Rumble. We saw
That
strange.
could be fire, but I feel like I hear crickets if Nick Aldis comes. I don't hear the AJ Styles like. I hear like.
See, here's
he's
the
a
thing.
journeyman.
Here's the caveat to that though. I don't think Nick Aldis is going to be the biggest surprise. I just think he will be a surprise entrant.
Okay, that's fair.
So even if it is crickets, you're gonna get a pop somewhere else.
I would love for it to be like Nick Aldis would be fire, but I just feel like the audience like is just like they're gonna be like our crowd will be like Nick Aldis, then like the majority will be
Who is
like
Nick Aldis? Yeah.
You're right. Nick Patrick would get a bigger pop than Nick Aldis.
He doesn't. He has to show up as Nick Aldis though. He can't show up as
Yeah.
Tim Magnus. Like he can't be anybody
Nah,
else. but
Al.
Nick Aldis.
He's gonna be Al Nichols.
Oh no.
That'll be
Jeff
wild.
Bradley. Like he can't be Jeff Bradley. He has to be Nick Aldis on the fucking display screen. Like I only believe it if that's the case.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nick James, Mr.
Oh,
James.
boy.
Shouts to Mickey.
You got right.
I had Biggie, and reason being is that
Smalls.
possibly he ain't gonna come back from the dead, just as a hologram or something. I said yeah, Biggie, because the dude's been out for a minute. I feel like he is healed about right now, and I've been seeing him pop up with the New Day in a few picks a little more frequently. So I feel like he may make an appearance in the Rumble. He may make his comeback now. So
Yeah. I personally
Funkadelic.
feel like we ain't get Stone Cold on the Raw 30 because Stone Cold's going to be at the Royal Rumble. So I got Stone Cold.
That's a good one, Bug. Surprise, man. You'd surprise the shit out of all of us if you got that one.
Yo, I'm the champ and he's surprised. Yo, this dude's bugging out right now.
You know what I mean? This guy's prediction sounds like he's holding L. This baby.
Yo, listen.
That's just me, though.
Listen, I'm going to tell you.
That's just me, though.
If I lose on account of your Sammy pick, I will be 100% proud, happy to give the belt up. But anything else is uncivilized. Charles Barkley voice.
My surprise pick. I mean, honestly, my surprise is really going to shock a lot of people. Like, when you think about somebody who has the trajectory that he does, you think about the way he's been displayed in previous outings in the WWE. I mean, the guy's a former WWE champion, if I'm not mistaken. I think my surprise pick is going to be Jinder Mahal, actually. He's going to be there. He's going to be a number, I think number 17. And I think he's going to make it to number 18. And it's my... All right. In all seriousness, guys, my real surprise pick is going to be Ezekiel. I know. It sounds a little bit better than Jinder Mahal, but Ezekiel is going to be the surprise entrant. Why? He's been out for hella long. He's got to come back, right? When did you think he was going to come back? The Royal Rumble.
This is preposterous.
It's going to
will
coincide
say
with my number one pick.
It'll be hilarious that the man just in the back shaved his face, changed his pants, and re-entered the Royal Rumble. I'm with the bullshit. I'm with it.
Yo, I want y'all to really... I know y'all all going to text me in unison like, yo, this son of a bitch, when that generic music hits and he storms out there like Diet Soda Sam's Club Ultimate Warrior and gets eliminated as soon as he comes in. But it doesn't matter how long he lasts in the Rumble. He just said who's the surprise pick.
I'll be okay.
All right. Well, listen.
Take us the fuck out of here, bud.
Today's exit survey. Pretty simple one. Who the fuck do you have as number 30 in this year's Royal Rumble? I think it's no secret. We've all picked who we thought for all the other stuff. And for better or worse, we were pretty much on the same page this whole shit until we got into these little prop bets. So, Ayo, who you got?
Switchblade Jay White.
I simply had Cody Rhodes.
What you got, Chad?
I'm not going with the obvious. I'm going with the former WWE champion Jinder Mahal at number 30.
Jinder Mahal being mentioned twice on our podcast.
Mind
Outrageous.
you, he just went back to NXT. If I know y'all haven't been paying attention.
Yo, he's going to count as the NXT pick, and he's going to come in number 30. You want to know why he's going to come in number 30? Because everyone we care about is going to come in way earlier. And by the time the 30 clock strikes, you know that feeling at the number 30 where it's like, oh, this shit's about to be over. Who cares who's number 30? We already got everything we needed.
Dog,
Well-
you know how fans used to throw garbage into the ring, but they don't really do that in WWE? If Jinder Mahal is entered at number 30, somebody's going to throw a milk carton at his fucking head.
Yo, at that point that Jinder comes in at 30, we'll have already had Brock, Cody, Seth, Sammy, Braun Breaker. Everybody that we have needed will have already entered by number 30. I don't think 30 is going to be the super surprise. I think 30 this year is going to be like this match is about to be over. Bet.
I think 30 is going to be Brock Lesnar. I really
Fair
do.
assessment, too. That's a good one, too.
Yeah. We already know he's back, so everyone's going to be waiting. I think 30 is Brock Lesnar. And with that, we've concluded our entire Royal Rumble episode.
Well, you want to give a eulogy of your title reign before the show starts?
Yeah, shouts out to Pat Patterson for making up the Royal Rumble. Good guy. Rest in peace. Definitely not dropping the title. Don't know what Chad's talking about. It's still fuck you, San Diego. And I'm going to bed. Get the Ringside Club merch. Cop the PMF hats. The coffee. Go to
Dive again.
blindboogie.com.
I've really seen it. Yeet.
Don't do drugs.
What if
But
AO
still.
is a double champ next week? Pause. I would be like, yo,
What?
next week's pod is gonna be crazy if AO is like, yeah, so what a 2023 I started out on Ringside Club.
Let me tell you something. If I somehow, some way, next Thursday, have the pay-per-view and the T, y'all don't want to be on a par with me.
This
Elite
gonna
shit
be
talk.
ridiculous. This guy is gonna be
Elite shit
outlandish.
talk.
It's got to be pretty much not get the titles to AO. AO just can't
I'm a-
win the title at this point because he's just gonna wild out and talk all the shit he's been wilding to talk all these episodes. Now he's got the title.